I started as an assistant director, or became one after 10 years, rising in rate and grade. And I stayed as an first assistant director for features for a long time. Blues Brothers, Trading Places, Three Amigos, Streets of Fire, Into the Night. I don't know, the list is in my head. I don't even think about it anymore. And it was a fascinating way to make a living, and I ended up realizing that I had become a professional process optimization engineer. And that's what an assistant director does. You figure out how to get a day's work done in the most efficient way possible. You are constantly excising systemic latency. Think about waiting in line at the grocery store and you're watching the food move on the conveyor belt towards the cashier. And if suddenly it's moving very slowly, you say, "Hey lady, I haven't got time. Make it go faster." Get rid of the delay built into the system. And that's what you do making movies. There used to be a style, more in television than in features, where you'd put a Clarabelle clown on the back of the dolly, on the handle. And when the cameraman was lit, he'd honk the horn. Honk, honk. And that was the signal to the first assistant director, me, to get the first team in front of the camera. And there was a delay from however long it took from when I heard that horn until I had cast in front of camera. So I learned, nobody told me to do this, I learned to watch the cameraman, each guy was different, how he lit. Some guys looked at the back of their hand, that was mostly the old gaffers. Cameramen usually looked at the meter when they were very close, and I could tell when he was setting his last light, which guy's last light was the hair light, so on. And I'd watch him, and he'd put his meter out, and I'd be calling first team. I'd start them walking from base camp so that the delay in the wait from them walking up was running in parallel with me realizing early, before the honk of the horn, that he was ready. If you can take that tale and find a way to translate that into whatever process you have going on, moving paper, moving inventory, you're learning a way to make things go faster by understanding the process. That's what part of what learning I got from being 35 years in the picture business.